Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is BlastBoxx TV for you. We're gonna talk about in our gaming series, gaming news, episode 3. We're gonna talk about Anthem and Fallout 76 and how live service video games are destined to pretty much fail, except for rare occasions. It was reported last week, as of March 8th, 2019, that Anthem was breaking certain consoles, in this instance the PS4 consoles, due to some kind of reason. I don't know what was the explanation to it. The developers are looking into it right now, but Anthem was breaking, which means it was killing the consoles. Hard breaking is killing the consoles. Breaking means pretty much you have to, it's dead, but you have to go through an extensive process of rebuilding the database and doing all that work, blah blah blah. There's a few instances where some Xbox consoles are having this issue, but it's mainly the PS4. Anthem was released, pretty much said, with some bad sales numbers. People were having issues with loading, which from I heard from some sources, the loading was more of the game than the actual gameplay. In some instances, it looked like downgraded in graphics. For me, it's false advertising from when you see from the commercial and the ads from E3 and throughout the year up to the release to now. It don't look the same. The characters, the NPCs, they don't function the same way you see them advertised, and pretty much just everything you don't want in the game, other than the good environment. When I was looking at it, I thought Anthem would be kind of cool, but when I saw like the E3 trailer, the reveal, whatever you want to call it, I was like, no, I don't want that. Even then, I was like, no. It looks honky, it looks stupid, and honestly, I'm not interested in it. If I want to play a game like that, I can go buy it, or if I can find it, rent the Armored Core series. Because that's what it pretty much look like to me, but a little bit more streamlined. Anthem just not interesting to me. I'd rather play, and this is no knock at them, I'd rather play both Titanfall games back to back, because those look more interesting and more fun. And shout out to Apex Legends, which is pretty much a spin-off of Titanfall, but it's doing way better numbers than Anthem right now. Anthem is just a complete mess, and that's one reason why I don't like live service games like that, because they tend to be really buggy and broken, and people gotta wait months just to get to the point where people can play without having any issues. Like right now, Red Dead Redemption Online, that's still a buggy mess, and people are having issues with that, compared to GTA Online, which for me, I would, if I was Rockstar, I would have not released Red Dead Online. I would have just kept working on it for like a year's time, have a small community of gamers test the online beta, and if it's working right, then release it. Don't release it in the mess it in right now. But Rockstar have a good record of turning around their mishaps into golden gems. But from that one, I want to transfer over to Fallout 76. Oh boy, this game it's just disgusting. Fallout 76 is just a failure. If I was Bethesda, I'd just give up on this game. And I know as a developer and the publisher, you shouldn't do that, but my goodness, this game is messed up. They have a player who spent 900 hours in the game, bless his heart, and he gets banned because he has a certain amount of high numbers for ammo. Which for me, I know it's different a little bit. I played Fallout 4. I have the cheese on. I have way more ammo than that guy did, and I know it's not the same thing. I never got banned. I never had issue. But for their system to start banning people over ammo, that's stupid. And plus, it's one of your most loyal players. That's really a downfall on your behalf. On your behalf, Bethesda. And I'm not talking about the developer. I'm not talking about the developer because people get the developer and the main publisher house, whatever, confused. I'm strictly putting this on the publisher who's pushing this out as soon as they can and didn't beta test or anything. Then when people got wind of all the BS going on, they like, oh no, we gotta do damage control, blah blah blah, and stuff like this. And for me, I think the biggest slap, it wasn't the bag, it was, oh, I'll give you 500 atoms, which is only $5 in the game. No, you should give me my money back for that issue, because you bugged the game out and everything like that. Like, take a number from Ubisoft. They released, what was it, Tom Clancy Rainbow the Siege, I think. I know it's one of how it said, whatever, it's like that. But they released it was a buggy mess. It took them about, I think, a year, maybe 2, 3, and it's one of the best games out there. I think it has its own esport league. The example I don't want to give them too much praise was Dice and EA when Battlefield 4 was released. That was buggy, and I can attest. I switched a low hard drive PS3 into a higher hard drive. I think it was like the 500 gigabyte one, and I was playing on that, and I was still having problems. Network drops. I get frozen, and when I'm playing online, I get frozen in the menu, stuff like that. And I can tell you, I think for like a year, maybe 2 on, Dice was just pumping out more DLC, more updates and stuff for that game, and I think it's doing better now than it ever did. But Fallout is different from I don't know, the canvas bag, the false promises, the graphics, the bugs, everything that Bethesda used to be known for in a good spiritual way is now tarnished. And I hope the next games release fairly well, because if they come out buggy just like this, I think Bethesda in a decade years time, they'll be out of business. I know you're supposed to be saying stuff like that, but at the same time, Bethesda is known for all these issues, and they're not doing anything about it. They can say, "Oh, we're fixing it," but I see other games like Fortnite. I see games like Red Dead Redemption. I see those get fixed like nearly weekly compared to Fallout 76, and people are just giving them the benefit of the doubt. And my thing is, I'm not gonna give them a benefit of the doubt, because you've been since Fallout 3, you've been having these issues, and you had to rely on the modders to fix it. You shouldn't have them to fix it. That you should be doing it yourself. If anything, you should be paying these modders because they fixing this game for you. But live service as a whole, whether it's Madden Ultimate Team, NBA 2K, on what is it? My League Online, FIFA Online, those things right there, man, those are just money grabs. Those are the worst kinds you can have. They're the ones but I thank them though because they're having these world leaders say, hey, we need to ban loot boxes, we need to ban this from our systems, from our people from buying these. And all these governments are changing it, and I'm happy for that. Once we got Activision and Call of Duty 4, they got an always online mode. It's no more story mode, and they're trying to do same thing as EA, but nobody's saying anything until it comes out later. But yeah, I'm not for these online modes. Always online, no. I remember Sim City 2013, 16. That was supposed to be always online, and people found out that it wasn't always online. It's just EA wanted to be online all the time. And I can tell you that I don't like that. I like being offline. Yes, if that game, if some of those features was in City Skylines, I'd be very happy because I can have my city hooked up to my friend's city, and we can trade resources back together, back to back, stuff like that. But seeing that it is now, you can't do nothing about it. But yeah, it's live services. If done right, there can be a gem. Not free to play, not in that concept, because in free to play, it's pretty much, oh, I'm just gonna spend this amount of money and I'm gonna be the best person in the game. Whereas like, what games I play? DC Universe, Defiance, and Warframe. Most of those games, with the exception of DC Online, DC Universe, what you want to call it, you can find all the weapons, all the gear, just by grinding in the game, and sometimes doing the same missions over and over. But at the same time, you get new people joining the doing that rotation, doing that respawn series, and they coming on, and you can play along with them. Because I used to play Defiance, and I used to be one of the hardcore players on that. I used to play until like 4 a.m. on the PS3, just looting, getting everything I need to get. I pretty much had all the high tier stuff that I wanted. I was just selling the rest of it. But years going on, I sold it because I didn't really need it anymore. Try to get back into it, and all my stuff is gone. So I moved on playing some other stuff. Warframe, I play it casually, not too often, but it's there. But yeah, guys, Anthem is just a terrible mess. I recommend you do not buy the game. I will wait 2 years before you even touch that game. Fallout 76, don't buy it. If you're on the PC, wait until Bethesda has some kind of sale, then you buy all the old games. Just don't buy 76. Buy Fallout 4 DLC. Buy Fallout 3 DLC. Whatever. Just don't buy 76. I mean, I knew it was a buggy mess compared to Angry Joe, who's also was questioning when you had to pre-order a certain amount of money just to beta test it, which they knew was buggy. I beta tested not that many games, but a few good games that I can say you can worth buying. The last one I think I beta tested was the Overkill's Walking Dead, which I don't promote buying that game because that game has way too many bugs in it and just doesn't look right. I beta tested The Division, the first one, on multiple days. I beta tested Mirror's Edge Catalyst, a few other games I can't think of off the top of my mind, but I can think of them later on. But I'll list in the description what other games I beta tested. But yeah, guys, hope you were enlightened by this video, by this episode about the live service model, how it's built to be pretty much a scam unless you know what you're doing and you're an independent developer / publisher. Because if you're a developer under a publisher like an EA, a Bethesda, a Activision, it's not gonna work because they built that game around loot boxes and taking your money. So, I'm losing my voice right now. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to comment, share this online wherever you're at. Follow and make sure you follow me on Twitter, either under my BlastBoxx TV Twitter or my personal account where I'm pretty much just talking. And I have a a Facebook page up where you can talk there as well. So enjoy your time, guys. Have a good night, and just remember, stay out of the blast radius because you might just get burned.